Imagine having this big dream but not knowing where to start. Having the anxiety about starting a big project but not having the energy to see it through. You're nervous because you lack maturity. You know you may face failure and you stop at the door. While you're contemplating whether to open that door, not knowing what to expect, suddenly you feel a nudge. You're now on the other side of the door. At first, everything seems dark, almost as if you're in a tunnel. Welcome to the 7.5 years Saturn return, the Sade Shati. While I was about to make this video, I tried to relive all the moments of my own Sade Shati and realized that I can't compress everything into a 10-minute video. Therefore, this whole Sade Shati video will be in 3 parts. Saturn is a slow-moving planet. He takes about 30 years to cover all the zodiac signs in one revolution. He roughly spends 2.5 years in each sign. The Sade Shati covers the period he traverses 3 signs, which is your 12th house, your moon sign or the 1st house, and finally your 2nd house. Hence, the Sade Shati starts when Saturn enters the 12th house counted from your moon sign. It's a transformative process which affects your mind more than your body. If you thought going through high school or university was tough, think again. This motivational course conducted by Saturn lasts 7.5 years. You can actually walk away with a university degree within 4 years. But this course takes 7.5 years to complete. But just like how you get a degree at the end of university, Saturn also awards you something permanent. What you make out of Sade Shati is entirely up to you. You can choose to sit down at a corner and cry in all self-pity, or you can stand up, take charge, and move on with courage and determination. At the start, Saturn moves into your 12th, making you lose sleep, or you may get a transfer to a cold, distant place. If you're a teenager, there will be some sort of separation from the family, moving into a boarding school or having to relocate to another place so you can continue your studies. In other words, Saturn removes you from your comfort zone. What if you are not actually moving anywhere? You refuse to move? You will feel the isolation. From the 12th house, he has his aspect on the 2nd house, 6th, and the 9th houses. There will be an increase in wasteful expenditure and a decrease in your income. So, expenditure will be higher than your income. If you get your first credit card around this time, then of course the rest will be history. It won't take very long for you to accumulate a bad credit. It's time to learn financial management and live within your means. Tighten your belt and learn the value of sacrifice. Saturn's gaze on your 6th house encourages you to stay away from arguments. Your enemies will get empowered. You will be subject to bullying. Here, the lesson is about humility and self-respect. You learn to be humble. You learn to walk away from wasteful arguments. These situations will deeply affect you. You learn how it feels to be powerless. Some of you learn what it feels to be hungry and homeless. You will feel less energetic. You will be forced to work for long hours, putting a strain on your legs and feet. You become prone to diseases of the throat. Overall, it's a reminder for you to look after yourself and your health. The aspect on the 9th house causes delays and challenges in a few more areas. There can be separation from the father or other elderly people who were your source of strength, comfort, and guidance. Your superiors can get more demanding, or it will be more difficult to shine and win praise. Long journeys are seemingly wasteful. You often land yourself in dark and downtrodden areas. You begin to see the suffering of others. You suffer yourself because now you learn about your own shortcomings. Life slows down overall. While you are busy, you will notice how others easily get promoted and enjoy all sorts of comforts and luxuries. Isn't life like a wheel? That other person who is on a superhighway will one day enter the Sade Shati too. Let them enjoy what they have while you concentrate on your journey. I don't know whether this is still in practice, but in Japan, large organizations make their managers and CEOs sweep the floor and clean the tools before making them move up to be a line leader, and then they become a floor manager, and so on. Here the idea is to slow things down, bring you down to the very bottom, so your learning process is comprehensive. Slowing down is painful, of course. The lessons that come after facing humiliation, ridicule, can stay with you lifelong. You have to introspect and promise yourself that you will never let yourself drop down so low in the future. Will there be regrets? Of course. You will regret not saving enough money for the rainy days. You will regret making all those large purchases while Saturn was letting you fly high when he was in your 11th house. Many of you will find a suitable life partner at this stage. You're vulnerable and you yearn for support. Some of you may even get married because marriage brings new responsibility, and Saturn absolutely loves giving you more responsibility. But at the same time, Saturn lets you evaluate the support that you have. That partner and friends who support you through the Sade Shati will normally be there for you for life. Does Saturn affect your ability to fall in love and have children? Nah, you're overthinking. Saturn isn't responsible for all that. In fact, he wants you to have children. Does Saturn affect your luck and creativity? Luck, maybe, but creativity and intelligence? Certainly not. That's your source of survival. Intelligence and creativity. You tap into that energy. If you have just started a family, at this stage you may be living in a rented house with limited furniture. You will be driving a simple car and probably can afford eating out in a simple restaurant or a stall. Enjoy those moments. Forget the materialistic world. 20 years from now, you will recall these simple moments with much love and gratitude. If you are going through the Sade Shati and you are married, just take a moment to look at your partner and tell him or her how much you love this person. Soon, when Saturn enters your moon sign, even that bond will be put to test.